Welcome to etvFutures.com. It's Monday, October 29th. I'm Remy Huki for your Commodities Recap. NYMEX crude oil futures soared past the $93 barrel level. December crude hit an intraday high of $93.80 and ended the session at a record high of $93.53 a barrel. Production concerns and continued U.S. dollar weakness against the high yielders, as well as geopolitical, all weighed on prices. Mexico's state-owned Petroleus Mexicanos suspended oil production of 600,000 barrels a day due to weather conditions. Pemex is one of the largest crude oil suppliers to the U.S. The company says it expects to resume production in the coming days. Meanwhile, other petroleum products gained on the session. November heating oil hit a high of $2.472 a gallon and ended the session up at $2.4646. November RBOB gasoline gained to $2.3335 and ended the session up at $2.3274 a gallon. And over in the metals complex, gold futures edged closer to $800 an ounce. This came as the U.S. dollar weakened and the oil hit record highs. There was a pullback in gold prices as the dollar regained some strength throughout the session. December gold hit an intraday high of $798.30 and ended the session up by $5.10 at $792.60 an ounce. Meanwhile, COMEX December silver gained 15 cents to close at $14.43 an ounce. Now we're joined by James Mound from James Mound Trading Group and author of the Mound Report. He'll give us his commodities outlook for the week ahead.
This is James Mound for MoundReport.com with the week ahead for the week of October 29th. This week we'll focus on the Fed meeting. That's a two-day meeting that culminates in a Fed decision on Wednesday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Look for the Fed to cut rates as expected, but also look to see some buying pressure on the Treasury bond market, some weakness in the dollar and the stock market, as the Fed will probably imply that future rate cuts are quite possible moving forward. This is a crucial meeting because the December meeting, which is the only other meeting in 2007, really is generally considered a non-event meeting. They're going to set the tone with the announcement this meeting for what the December meeting will come in store for the market and for interest rate policy. It really won't be an actual meeting in which they determine a change of trend in the interest rate policy decisions that they're making. So I'd look for this to be one of the most crucial Fed announcements that we've seen in the past several years, and I'd look for a trend to develop in Treasury bonds, which are touching critical channel resistant highs around 114. If they break through that, this is a market that could really go on a decent bull run. Generally, it is perceived that the U.S. dollar will have weakness if the Fed is going to have a rate-cutting stance moving forward. I think this will be the bottom of the dollar in the next week and a half or so as we establish a low following this meeting, and then I'd be a buyer of the dollar, sell of the euro, sell of the Aussie, sell of the Canadian in particular, which is at an extreme market high right now, 105, up about 21% since March. Critical move in the Canadian dollar, which will have a very severe retracement when a top does in fact occur. Outside of the financial sector, grains are catching a really nice bid today, and we're seeing some bullish momentum carry through on corn and soybeans and taking wheat lock limit up. This is a bull grain market during a seasonally bearish period of time, and I would look to be a buyer of corn on any dip as well as soybeans. Outside of that, crude oil, we have a Fed meeting, but we also have an energy report coming out on Wednesday. It'll be a blockbuster day for the entire commodity realm, and I'm looking for a top to be set here in crude oil as early as just in the last half hour here on the close or tomorrow, as we see an overextended, overbought scenario in crude kind of play itself out. Look for the exchange to increase margins here. When they do, you'll see similar to when silver hit $15 about a year ago, and we had a major $2 sell-off forced by a lot of people having to downsize their positions due to increased margins. I expect we'll see the same thing happen in crude oil here, with market being at such a high price extreme. The exchange will raise margin requirements. We'll see some strong selling pressure come in. That may be the catalyst. Additionally, we may see a peaceful end to this Turkish invasion into northern Iraq. If that happens, we'll certainly see some geopolitical premium come out of the market. Overall, though, I think we have strong supply and a situation in which crude oil will see a massive sell structure ensue over the next 2 to 3 weeks. That'll do it for me, James Mound, MoundReport.com, in the week ahead. We'll see you next week.
That was James Mound from James Mound Trading Group with his commodities outlook for the week ahead. I'm Remy Hoki. Join us later this afternoon for PM Exchange right here on etvFutures.com.